Shouldn't the winner of each state's voting have the most delegates?
The Republican system is the same system we've used for 160 years. Abe Lincoln had to operate under this system, as did Theodore Roosevelt, Dwight Eisenhower, Ronald Reagan, and that is that you earn delegate support. The votes send delegates to the convention. It's the delegates themselves who decide who the candidate's going to be. We have a big advantage in getting these delegates in this convention, and that advantage is that our candidate's a real Republican. And that's going to really what's going to dominate gaining these delegate support.
But can you feel for the individual voter who says, really does it matter what I'm saying when I go to the ballot box and I pull the lever? Because ultimately there are these other people who may be involved in Republican Party politics who are making the decisions.
Well, the Republican Party has its standard and its methods and its rules that we've had for 160 years. We're going to stick by them, and that means earning those delegate votes because things change over time. For example, Donald Trump is now going to renege on his commitment to support who the nominee is. So South Carolina may change their votes because of that. This is about a convention where the Republican Party determines who its candidate is going to be. If Donald Trump cannot compete in that convention, and he can't run a campaign that can stay organized, because his campaign is in total turmoil. It's in collapse. How's he going to run the White House? How could he possibly be president of the United States?
Let's talk about Ted Cruz, who walked away with all 34 available delegates in Colorado this week. But Donald Trump still leads. Look at the numbers, 756 delegates to Cruz's 545. John Kasich pretty far behind there with just 143. In a speech yesterday, your candidate said he would win on a second ballot at the convention. Is that an admission that he can't, but does that admit that he can't win on a first ballot?
Well, I think everybody knows it's going to be very, very difficult for Donald Trump or Ted Cruz to get to 1237. It's possible, but it's not very likely. And so both candidates have to go into a convention, which will be a battle of ideas. It will be a battle of principle, a battle of ideology, and that's where Ted Cruz wins. Look, I got to remind people that Donald Trump continues to be scared to death and refuses to debate Ted Cruz. This is the point in the campaign where debates are far more important than they were before. This is where two men, well, okay, three, but let's face it, Kasich's not really a factor, where two men can talk about the issues in depth, and where Republican primary voters can pay attention to what they stand for. Donald Trump speaks in half sentences. Watch his rally today if it's televised. You're going to hear the same rhetoric over and over again. We're going to build a wall. We're going to make America great again. Ted's a liar. Lying Ted. That's about the depth of his intellect and the depth of his public policies. We need to see real debates. And by the way, we're coming up against April 15th, tax day. Donald Trump still continues to refuse to release his tax returns. I'd like to know what he's hiding.
Well, he says on the advice of his attorneys. But I will say, you mentioned John